Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are just gonna do like a regular live stream because today's just been not a very good day. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Probably not gonna be able to do game night tonight just because of the fact that I cannot seem. Man, I've got everything working, but I've got like some issues, and I'm just too frustrated now after spending the whole day getting this thing fixed. That I don't even feel like playing video games right now. I just want to talk to everybody and be upset and whine and pout about it on here, because I'll tell you what, man. Today was one of those days where I was like, you know what? I freaking hate PC. I freaking hate PC. There should be no freaking reason that I should have to deal with this much freaking drama over this PC stuff, man. Like it's too frustrating. Way too frustrating. I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning and none of my freaking stupid none of my stupid USB ports worked. Nothing. None of them worked. And I was like, what the heck? So I had to roll back my freaking Windows update. I finally got one of them to work, so I could get my mouse. Finally got one working, so I could get my mouse and keyboard to work. And so I have like this. I have this thing that I just plugged everything into it. This USB multi-port thing. I hooked everything up to that, and I had to reboot. I had to roll the drivers back, and I had to do all that. Then my capture card just wouldn't work at all. At all. None of my capture cards would work. Yeah, it was a very stressful day. It wasted, like, seriously all of my freaking time doing this stupid. Dude, I hate PC so bad right now. Like, I hate it. I literally freaking hate it. It's the most frustrating thing that I've ever. I was like, dude, are my PC ports messed up? Are they coming off the board? I was about to take my PC apart and start soldering things together, man. I was getting mad. I've been up since like 5 o'clock in the morning, man, trying to deal with this stuff, and I got to a point now where I'm so sick and tired of PC. Like I really hate it right this moment. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Ice Cold? Man, that Scar on Modern Warfare 2. And then, well, it's not even the PC gaming. The PC gaming, everything like that works all fine, but it's the whole having to use the PC to run this channel that is really frustrating, man. Like, it's so frustrating right now. Oh, the consoles, I love my console gaming. Like, I will never freaking I would never go 100% PC. After today, yeah, there's no way, man. There's no freaking way. And now I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's if I want to do 1440p, like, I don't get HDR. I can't do no HDR. I can't do no HDR. I can record 1440p 60, or I can record 1080p 60 with HDR. So this capture card, man, is such, I don't know. Another $200, just throwing another $200 every time you did a Windows update, so I'm a break. Well, I mean, it was working fine all the way up until yesterday, and then, like, I start like having with this new Windows update, I'm starting to have like performance issues, and like, if I try to run a game and record at the same time PC wise, that automatically just shuts down. That doesn't work that well at all. I don't know. That's basically where I'm at. But I can't afford to go out and build another PC right now. Like, I can't afford to do that. I don't have enough money. I don't have the money for that. I bought this pre-built so I didn't have to deal with these stupid issues. That's the whole reason I bought a pre-built, because I didn't want to have to deal with all of that stuff, because I know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm so tired with PC right this moment. I don't know. Did you go from 10 to 11, Frog? Because no, it was that update in 11. This PC came with 11 already loaded on it. So when I when I upgrade, or there was like this upgrade. It was like a little blue, and it's usually orange for an update, but this one was like a blue circle one, so you have to like download it and then update it. And I downloaded that and I updated my laptop the other day, like last week or whatever. And then I started having issues with my laptop. And I was like, what the freak, man? What's going on with this? And I thought it was just because I pulled the SSD out of it and put it in my PlayStation 5. But now that I'm having those same freaking stupid problems with my tower, I think that's what's going on. Is that stupid update was screwing everything up, man. By the way, MBG, JTech TV, and have announced they're canceling their modern. Great, that's awesome, man. They can all cancel that, and then I'll make content with Call of Duty. I've been trying to record stuff, man. I was trying to record stuff all day yesterday. I ended up deleting all of the freaking things off of my all of the content that I'd already had recorded off of my. I can't even figure out anything to try to make for content right now, my guy. I don't know. Dumb Sony fanboys always pouting. He almost overdid it on salt. This is when it comes to the version of Windows. I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of struggling with this channel right now. I'm struggling trying to figure out what kind of content to make. I'm on this like little freaking stupid 1440p kick that isn't really it's turning out to be more freaking hassle than it's worth, and now I'm starting to get irritated with that. All the little internet freaking sensationalists out there like MBG and everybody that are always trying to be dramatic and stuff, and I don't know. It's too hard to keep up with all that stuff. I just don't care. Like I'm here to play video games and like share video game stuff with people, man. Like I don't care about their little whininess, man. Like, yeah, I mean, I do it every once in a while too. Like I'm not going to buy any more Square Enix games because Square Enix is, you know what I mean? I'm embarrassed to be, I'd be embarrassed running a fanboy channel like I know. Oh, I did tell you about the 1440p. I know. No. I mean, like 1440p is great if you're, no, it's just the recording it and stuff like that, man. Like it's getting so irritating. Oh man, I put it on Discord, and a couple people answered me back, and I was just so irritated at that point. My freaking PC was starting to really bug me. And I've already deleted everything off my laptop so that I could trade it for that card. So everything, like I don't have any way to use that to try to do anything right now because it's completely set to it's completely set up to where it's completely set up now to where you have to like log in, like if you bought a brand new computer. I had a problem with my piece with my pre-built, and I did an update. I couldn't get into my device manager on Windows 11. Just recently too. Yeah, like this Windows 11 update, this new update that we just got, man, has like really been raking havoc on everything, and it's so irritating. Because the first one I updated was my laptop. I updated my laptop, and then that one was like screwed up. So I didn't know what to do with that. It was starting to act all weird on me and stuff. Our clowns. Yeah, you're for real. I wouldn't show my face if I was king. Dude, the stuff these guys come up with, man, to try to make Xbox look bad. And it's like, dude, it's so dumb, man. If they were real gamers, they wouldn't have a problem playing on whatever they want to play on. Just yesterday. Oh, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, I updated mine just the other day. And then high quality. Well, I've got the storage thing figured out, man. Normally, if it's like if it's just one of the videos that I make that I'm talking and stuff, and I'm like explaining something, after I upload those, I usually delete those. I don't hang on to those. Sometimes I'll record like gameplay footage and I'll hang on to those so I can do comparison videos of Horizon Forbidden West and Halo. That was just the freaking footage I had, man. And people are like, well, why don't you try to do something a little bit more fair, like having trees on? I'm like, dude, if this big of an area on Horizon Forbidden West looks this trash, like, does it really matter? Does it even matter? Oh, man. What's on the agenda today? Oh, no. Just hanging out, man. I'm pretty irritated with the PC thing right now. Oh, trying to capture footage. Everything needs to go back. People need to step back from the salt and realize these guys are bathed in drama because they are genuinely worried Microsoft is gonna. Yeah, dude, they are, man. They're scared. They're sad. They're really, really sad that things aren't gonna turn out well for PlayStation. PlayStation. This is the 5th generation, man. I don't think PlayStation's gonna have a problem. I think that gamers are so attached to brand loyalty at this point that Xbox is competing to get, subscriptions. PlayStation fans, they want a PlayStation. They probably don't even care. The problems that I've had with the PlayStation are not going to matter to 90% of PlayStation owners. They're not going to care. They're not going to care if when they play their PlayStation game on their 4K TV that some games look a little blurrier. They're not going to care. You know what they're going to chalk that up to? Well, third-party developers aren't as good as quality as the PlayStation developers. That's what they chalk it up to, man. That's what they chalk it up to. They basically they're as long as them PlayStation first-party games look incredible, they don't care. They just, in their minds, everything else is substandard quality when it comes to PlayStation, and they go through life feeling like, oh my gosh, like every other game is just trash because it's not as good as PlayStation games. And I'm like, dude, you guys are that's a terrible way to be looking at things, man, because boy, I used to be that same way too. And then I get the Xbox One X, man, and things start looking better on the Xbox One X on my favorite third-party games, and I'm like, wow, man. Wow, now I have a PC and my third-party games look even better on my PC, and I'm just like, wow, wow. But see, this is the thing. This is why I ride the 1440p thing so hard, because on the PlayStation 5, man, all of them games now, they're consistent at 1440p, man. They are freaking consistent for the first time ever on a PlayStation console. Since the PlayStation 3, are things now consistent across the board if you play on a 1440p monitor. If not, you're still going to have those delusions that PlayStation is like the top of the line per developers or whatever. Bunch of Xbots. If you want to play on PlayStation these days, you actually need to be aware of macroeconomics to plan if you'll be able to afford a game next month. I know, Jim Lion crying. Dance moves, Ryan. It's funny, man. Like, this PlayStation 5, man, like this 1440p update, dude, is the best thing to happen to PlayStation 5 since I've had it. I like it, man. I'm downloading DJ Hero. I found my turntable in the attic. Hope Microsoft bring this game back. That'd be cool, huh? Feedback tester never had issues. Yeah. Dude, my Windows 11 sucks, man. It's broken. It's not freaking good on my PC. So people that have gaming PCs are having the most problems with this Windows 11 thing. That's what I'm finding out. If your PC is a gaming PC, you're going to have more problems with this update. From what I'm hearing. So obviously there's some stuff in there that's I would never have known you liked that 1440p update. I should have said that. Yeah, I like that 1440p update. 1440p makes the PlayStation 5 a much stronger candidate for, me actually considering possibly even buying a third-party game on it. Like now, as long as I know that I'm going to play it on my 1440p monitor, I would definitely be more willing to buy third-party games. Look at your comment above. It just says, imagine canceling a pre-order just because Microsoft is going to own Call of Duty soon. That would be like Xbox and PC players say they're not going to play MLB The Show because it belongs to us. Yeah, for real. Dude, anybody that's talking about canceling their Call of Duty order is just dumb, man. They're just here to shill. I'm a Sony shill. They are, man. Dude, that just sounds dumb, man. PlayStation's like, no, guys, don't cancel your pre-order, man. I need that virtuous cycle. And they're like, dude, like, whatever, man, whatever. Yeah, do it, PlayStation fanboys. Do it, PlayStation fanboys. Don't buy Call of Duty. Don't freaking buy it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It is dumb for you to buy that game. Don't do it. It's yeah. Just don't do it. Morons, man. No, I haven't tried Linux. A little upset. Deathloop came out as the Modern Warfare Beta 2 dropped because I barely played it. Oh yeah. Well, I've been playing Deathloop for a whole year now. I still haven't beat the game. I was planning on like really sitting down and like getting into stuff today. I didn't even get to play my freaking Elden Ring today because I've been too busy trying to get this up and running. Because if this is not working, then I can't produce content. And yeah, dude, I was just getting really frustrated with it. Really, really frustrated with it. It just sucks, man. Why not? It just sucks, man. I'm at a point where I've already spent $400 on these capture cards. $400 would have bought me a 4K 60 freaking capture card, and now I'm irritated, man. I'm irritated. I should have just bought the best stuff right out of the gate. I should have just bought that. But I wasn't thinking back. When I first started buying this stuff, I was like, okay, man, this channel might make it. It might not make it. It might just, do good for a little while and then fizzle out. And then, like, I don't know. So I just was trying to be smart with my money, but at the same time being dumb. And I've given this same advice before because I'm like, hey, man, if you're going to get into sim racing, you might want to start with like a mid-tier build so that your experience is good and consistent, and a lot of people were telling me that. And I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. That's the story of your life, Frog. I know I do that a lot, don't I? I do that a lot. It's because I can't just afford to go out and buy all this stuff, man. So now I've got this laptop. I'm trying to trade for a card. Forza Horizon. Oh, yeah. He can go volcanoing now on it. I don't know why he doesn't go volcanoing now. Didn't buy an LG, regretted it. Didn't build his own PC, regretted it. I know. Oh, man. I don't know if it's the PC part or if it's because it was working fine until the Windows 11 update. So, I mean, obviously the Windows thing costs me more in the long run. Yeah, but it's cheaper the day I buy it. No, I'm just joking. It really is. It's cheaper the day I buy it. Buy cheap, buy twice. That's true. The volcanoed. I know, huh? When they bring that update, they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, now it can work." I don't even know if I still have this thing set up to stream at 1440p. Is this streaming at 1440p for you guys? Is things even streaming at 1440p? You don't like the Modern Warfare 2 maps? I think they're fine. I think they'll get you by for a few months. They're going to be supporting that one for a while. They kind of have to. Actually, all they really got to do is get everybody to buy it, and then they can just be like, All they got to do is get everybody to buy it, and then they'll be fine. 720p. No, not yet. Still waiting for my friend to get back. He's trying to get a hold of a 3080 now. Oh yeah, 1440p. Yep. 1440p. I've never played Modern Warfare 2 and got used to it. Enjoying it. Oh, you got used to it, now you're enjoying it? At 1440p? Hopefully you're playing at 1440p. You better be playing it. Oh no, I'm talking about the stream. Yeah, I still got all that set up, so hopefully it's still coming in at 1440p. Played all night and all morning. Nice. Sony fans are canceling COD because it's gonna be it's gonna be on a GPU who wants to pay $70 when you can get it for what it feels like free. Yeah, Game Pass Ultimate. Oh, GPU Game Pass Ultimate. We're not gonna pay for that game anymore, guys. We're not gonna. Yeah, whatever, man. So then I guess everybody's just gonna buy an Xbox. They can do whatever they want, man. That'll just hasten the end of the PlayStation 5 brand that they claim to love and care about so much. I love PlayStation so much, I'm not going to buy Call of Duty, and that's going to destroy Call of Duty. Launch remaster of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for $70. That would be so funny, man. Modern Warfare 3 for $70, dude. Here you go, PlayStation fanboys. You can get all these remastered ones, and then we'll start making the new ones for Xbox, huh? Every year they'll come out with one of them old. They'll start with World at War, and they'll start remastering them and bringing them to PlayStation for $70 each. I could see them doing that too, and then just remaster them all for free on Xbox. Like, yeah, man, we got you that remake, bro. We got you that remake. It's got pretty visuals. It's all you guys care about is pretty visuals. So here you go, man. PlayStation out there making all them pretty visuals for them. Actually, I'm going to change this. Now that we're talking about this, we'll just change it. PlayStation fanboys. How do you spell cancel? C-A-N. PlayStation fanboys canceling Modern Warfare 2. To destroy PlayStation faster. They need that virtuous cycle. All right, here we go, man. Here we go. Updated. PlayStation fanboys canceling Modern Warfare 2 pre-orders to get rid of PlayStation even faster. They're going to do it, man. They're going to do it. That's what I don't understand, man. If you're a freaking gamer and you want to play the game, buy and play the game, man. If you say you're a PlayStation fanboy and you agree with the PlayStation PR nonsense that they come out with, that we can't afford to put our games on a subscription service because my virtuous cycle, then you need to support that, man. You're a PlayStation fan. You said you don't like welfare gaming. Why all of a sudden does it matter if like, you should be proud you're not a welfare gamer, right? Like, I don't get these freaking PlayStation nonsense fanboys. They sit and say all this stuff, and they're like, we're not, oh, you all right, have fun. Man, we like our $70 prices, and we don't care. We're not welfare gamers. Well, quit being a welfare gamer, man. Quit crying that somebody else gets to play that game at a welfare price, and you got to pay full price for it, man. Dig deep. Dig deep, I tell you, PlayStation fanboys. Dig deep, man. Do not let PlayStation go under because of your unwillingness to buy a $70 game that you guys said you loved. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, who cares if it's from Microsoft, dude? Who cares? Who cares? Dig deep. Dig deep. Pull that change out of that couch and go buy that Modern Warfare. Don't. Actually, you know what? Cancel your pre-order. Whatever. Who cares? Cancel it. $7 games is quality. Yeah, exactly, man. $15 games are trash, bro. They should know that they're going to get the quality game for $70. It's going to be quality. Do you reckon they'll extend the beta? I doubt it. I don't know. Maybe they might. I know that the pre-orders we get up to a week early for the campaign. Modern Warfare 2 or 3 remakes. We break the internet. Oh gosh. You know we already got a Modern Warfare 2 remake, right, J Gaming? We got it. We got one, bro. We already got it. I think it came out like 3 years ago. 2 years ago. 3 years ago. 2 years ago. I still had Xbox. Fanboys don't play. They speak. Exactly, dude. The fanboys don't play games. Nobody cares what they think. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, cat. Nobody cares. The quality. The quality. Dude, think about it, PlayStation fanboys. If you spend $70, actually it's $75 on that Modern Warfare, bro, you are going to get the satisfaction of knowing you paid for the highest quality Call of Duty to come out in a long time. Like, it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my God. The visuals look so good, man. This is Jim Ryan said it himself. PlayStation developers cannot make a game that will compete with Call of Duty. He said it. You were going to pay $70 for the ultimate quality game. The only quality game that's made every single year is Call of Duty. Jim Ryan said so himself, man. Jim Ryan said that they cannot be beat. That they cannot be equaled. There is no equal for Call of Duty. So why are you guys upset? Pay your $70. Close your mouth. Go sit on there. Let the SBMM take you down. Actually, I don't think any of them dudes that are complaining about it got to worry about SBMM anyways. So whatever. Canceling pre-orders. Boy, you didn't cancel yours, right? No, I'm not canceling mine. PlayStation fanboys are canceling their pre-orders for Modern Warfare 2. Do I look like a PlayStation fanboy? Do I look like a PlayStation fanboy? I ain't crying about it. I only cry about PlayStation games, man. I only cry, dude. The only reason I am frustrated with PlayStation is because of Horizon Forbidden West and Gran Turismo 7, man. Come on, guys. You can't tell me that game wasn't freaking fuzzy. Jim Ryan needs to make some games. I know. Don't worry, guys. We're going to sell you our PSVR 2 for $500. And the PlayStation fanboys are going to be like, yeah, we're going to buy that. And they're going to play it for 10 minutes. And then it's going to sit over there on the shelf like mine is. Look, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there, man. It sits right there in obscurity. Because you know why? Because VR is a very niche product right now. Very niche. Extremely niche. And from what I've seen from that Horizon Forbidden, or that Horizon, I don't even know what it is, but that Horizon Forbidden West thing, dude, you like run around in a circle and fight the dinosaurs and stuff in like a little ring or whatever, and then you, I got, and then you climb mountains, dude. I already got a mountain climber game on my Quest VR 2, bro. Like, I already got one, and it's pretty cool. It's like, all right. So I mean, basically, they're gonna sell me a $500 headset and a $70 game that is essentially the same thing I bought on the Quest 2 for $300 and $30. And I played that for, gosh, what was it? 10, 20, 30, about 30 minutes total time on that. Call of the Mountain. Yeah, about 30 minutes. And I'm just like, okay, that was cool. That was fun. And I haven't touched it since. I played Half-Life Alyx for about, you know what? I can look at that right now. Let me minimize this bad boy. Can bring up my Steamy. Can bring up my Steam, and I can look at Half-Life Alyx. Where is it at? Where are you at, buddy? Where are you at? Half-Life Alyx. Playtime 18 minutes. I played that game for about 18 minutes. And yeah, it was cool and all. It was really cool, but here's my problem with Half-Life Alyx before everybody freaks out on me. The movement thing where you either warp or do like whatever, it wasn't feeling right with me when I played it that day. So and I don't necessarily have a problem with those because I played the Blood and Truth that way, but Half-Life Alyx is like way more visually, like it was way visually better, and I don't know, man. And I was having issues with the connection thing too. So why is everybody moderators? Because those are the only people that show up anymore, Shaker. Nobody else cares. We don't do the salt as much anymore, so nobody cares anymore. I've been trying not to be so negative when it comes to gaming lately, guys. If you haven't noticed that, I've really tried not to be super negative because I don't know, man. Like it makes me feel weird. It makes me feel weird. And then I get on Twitter and then I start getting more, and like, I don't know. I'm trying to get away from that stuff a little bit, but PlayStation fanboys are getting rid of their freaking, I don't know, man. I don't think they understand. I really don't think they understand or completely comprehend that, hey man, if you guys don't buy Call of Duty, then PlayStation doesn't have that money to fund all those beautiful graphics that you like. Like they don't have that. That's Call of Duty is what gives them the money to make those 10-hour cutscene games, guys. Like without Call of Duty, you guys don't have bangers anymore. You'll have to understand that the best way you can is if you don't buy Call of Duty, you don't get bangers no more, because Jim Ryan can't afford to make bangers if you don't buy Call of Duty. Why do you think he's out there throwing himself and PlayStation under the bus saying, hey man, we are dead in the water without Call of Duty. Like if we lose Call of Duty, we are done, man. Fortnite just doesn't pay the bills. You know, I mean, if you guys don't buy, like, this message is to the PlayStation fanboys, man. If you don't buy Call of Duty, you don't get any more bangers. Sorry, man. Sorry. It's Call of Duty or bangers. Call of Duty or bangers. Or Call of Duty and bangers, or no Call of Duty, no bangers. Oh, no more bangers, guys. I'm sorry. That's how it is. And I'm sorry. That is how it goes. If you don't buy Call of Duty, you are disrupting the virtuous cycle in a way that cannot be repaired quickly. It will take some time. And you're going to have the sacrifice is bangers. Like you will sacrifice your bangers for that virtuous cycle. If that virtuous cycle doesn't, you don't understand, like the virtuous cycle is an extremely fragile, the existence of the virtuous cycle is extremely fragile. I mean, most smart people would just call it a house of cards, but this virtuous cycle that Jim Ryan totes is 100% dependent on you purchasing Call of Duty. You have to buy Call of Duty every year. Like you have to. PlayStation has to be the number one platform that Call of Duty is sold on so that you can have your bangers. And Jim knows that. He knows that. He knows that once that game goes to Game Pass day and date, that PlayStation will no longer be able to hold up that virtuous cycle. Because let's face it, you fanboys do not buy Sony first-party games day and date. Like, you don't do it. You don't pay the $70 for them. You wait until they go on sale. And then you buy them. Or you get them free with a PlayStation 5 when you buy it. So I guess you are kind of helping out the virtuous cycle if you're paying $550 for your PlayStation 5 so you can get Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, it's a tactic and it works. I mean, like they got to move the 20 million copies of that so they can justify the virtuous cycle money they spent on that to create that experience. But my gosh, man, that seems pretty forced, man. I don't think they understand. Like, look into my eyes, PlayStation fanboys. Look into my eyes. If you cancel your Modern Warfare 2 pre-order and you don't buy that game day and date and spend you got to dig deep. If you don't buy that, then you are going to essentially get rid of the virtuous cycle. It'll be gone. It will be gone. There's no getting that back. Like, once it's gone, it's gone. And if Microsoft, after they own Call of Duty, they're like, oh gosh, man, we're only selling 11%. We'll just make it exclusive. And then the virtuous cycle is completely gone and it will never come back. So I need you PlayStation fanboys to literally dig deep. And I'm not talking about the basic version. You need to buy the $100 one. You need to buy the most expensive Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 game. And you need to buy a second copy of the old games too. Like you need Vanguard and you need Cold War. Like, you have to buy these games and you have to buy them in such volumes that virtuous cycle can be funded. And I need you to dig deep and buy microtransactions. I mean, battle passes, everything. You need the whole 9 freaking yards in order to fund that virtuous cycle going forward, man. Or Microsoft's just going to cut their losses and be like, all right, man, you guys didn't show enough commitment to Call of Duty, so now it's an Xbox thing. Now it's an Xbox thing. I said that the ponies would do that by Xbox a while ago. I didn't think they'd actually do something. It's gonna undermine Sony so bad, and they're like, yeah, man, we're gonna show Microsoft. We're gonna show them real good. We're gonna do it. And I'm like, dude, go ahead, teach Microsoft a lesson. Do it. Teach them a lesson. Get rid of your freaking virtuous cycle, man. Right now. Get it done. Get it done, Andrew Wilson. I know. Could you imagine that? Like Call of Duty going, and then everybody, all of them all playing Battlefield, and they're like, no, this is too hard, man. Battlefield's too hard for them, man. They would have to dumb down Battlefield. They'd have to make Battlefield like really dumbed down. They would have to like have like, oh man, it would be so bad. It would be bad. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they're talking about. They all just pre-ordered it so they can make their. They all pre-ordered it so they can make their little freaking YouTube content, and then they moved on. Now the game's trash. Yeah, the game's trash now. It's trash. It's such trash. You just hear them all out there talking about how trash it is, and it's like, dude, you guys are. Oh my gosh, come freaking on, man. Come on. If you don't buy Call of Duty, PlayStation fanboys, if you do not buy Call of Duty, you are going to completely blow away your freaking virtuous cycle, dude. It won't exist no more. And there's no, Jim Ryan said it himself, dude. Like, I'm not even putting words in the guy's mouth. There is no freaking equal to Call of Duty. There is no equal. There is no equal. No other game on the planet right now makes as much money as Call of Duty does, hand over fist. If you don't buy Call of Duty for your PlayStation 5, your virtuous cycle is gone. Like all the funding that they put into these games, they would have to literally shut down PSVR 2 before it even launches. They can't afford that. That's all of that money that they're talking about into these games as service games. Yeah, dude, they're going to have to cut. Well, I guess that wouldn't be a bad thing. But then they won't have the money to fund the other ones anyways. Call of Duty every year funds literally all of PlayStation's development. Funds every single nickel of it, and with money left over to spare. There is Call of Duty is the funding for that platform. Microsoft Windows is the funding for the Xbox platform. So you decide, man. You want your games to stay quality? Well, you're going to have to keep buying that Call of Duty every year, because GTA 6 is going to be a couple more years out. Oh, I know. Them ponies don't support nothing. It's just funny how they talk all this nonsense, and it's like, dude, you guys are not the brightest. You guys are not the brightest. Like, seriously. Hold on a second. I have to go over this way. I got this really cool chair with wheels. Oh my freaking gosh. I got trapped by a box. The box trapped me. The box trapped me. Oh, dude, I like this setup so much more. I really do. Now would be a good time to insert ads. Oh, would it? Oh, I see. Huh. Really? It's like, now would be a good time to insert ads. I'm like, oh, I thought you did that already. Yeah, I think it's on. Yeah. Says my current bit rate is way high. Oh dang. Well, I can't change it now. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it right now. So that's not good, is it? Wait, as long as it's quality, that's all I care about. As long as you guys are getting quality. As long as you guys are getting a quality experience, I'm okay with that. The stream's current bit rate is a lot, 35,000. I got to set it like 35,000. Bots and ponies are what? I need to think that every day I'm not a pony. Yeah, every day, every day. Well, I've told you guys a million times, man. Like, PlayStation has this thing. You guys have heard of the Duff, right? The Designated Ugly Fat Friend. If you haven't, watch that movie. Watch that movie. I think you can watch it on Netflix or whatever. It's called The Duff. And that kind of explains perfectly like what PlayStation does, because if you look at the very last time they did a state of play, they put all these games on there, right? And all of them were showing like gameplay. They weren't all like cutscenes or anything. Like, they all looked, I mean, they all look good to me. They all look good. Now, I mean, you got like Ronin, you got, the feudal Japan, freaking essentially Yakuza. You got all these games, they look good. But then PlayStation, what do they do at the very end? They come out and they just show you like this 3-minute clip of cutscenes for God of War. And it pretty much makes all the other games not look as good as God of War. So everybody's like, yeah, man, God of War was freaking game of the year. It was the best looking game ever. And it's like, dude, they showed you a bunch of cutscenes, man, after showing you a bunch of gameplay from other games. And now you guys are going to completely, yeah, dude. You see what I mean? That's what PlayStation does. They go out of their way to make the other games look bad. Well, not look bad, but they always try to make their games look way better. Man, if I was a developer and I was putting something on PlayStation, I'd be kind of irritated with that, to tell you the truth. To be completely honest with you, you got to work within this weaker boxes, set parameters, and then you don't got all the stuff that the PlayStation the PlayStation developers got, and you're still trying to make games for other consoles and stuff. Yeah, man, you don't got the research. You don't. These third-party developers don't got a Call of Duty virtuous cycle. They don't have Call of Duty. They don't have Call of Duty money to fund their projects like PlayStation does. PlayStation. Oh man, it's so disappointing to see that, man. Like it is. Hey, Sebastian, how you doing, man? The moment you try to understand Pony's brain is probably gonna. I mean, PlayStation fans are living on borrowed time. They're living on borrowed time, guys. They really are. I have all the cones and a decent PC, consoles and a decent PC. I only play a couple PS first party games. Well, yeah. What's up, Chicken Eye 2010? How's it going? Yeah. That's the thing, man. Their games always look good, but that's the thing, man. Like none of these other third party developers have a Call of Duty virtuous cycle, bro. They don't have a Call of Duty to fund their projects like PlayStation does, man. PlayStation has Call of Duty that funds all their projects. And it sucks. Oh man, if Sony lost Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto or FIFA or Madden or some of these other games, like Fortnite, if they were to lose any of those games, that would really, really tank their like. Why do you think they lost so much money when they when Activision when Xbox announced the Activision deal? Why do you think PlayStation dropped $20 billion off of their net price on the stock market, dude? Like, why do you think that happened? Call of Duty it funds a lot of the PlayStation. It's literally easy money for them. That 30% that they take, that cut, yeah, that's money in their pocket. Talk about Asian games. They're always in the top 10. They've relied heavily on third party. Think of all the. Oh yeah, dude. They do. They rely heavily on those Asian games. They rely heavily on. Enjoy Cyberpunk. Yeah, enjoy it. Cyberpunk's a good game, man. Hey, Pro, are you trying a brand new game that dropped? I heard I tried to play it. It said there was no, it was like check back later or something. I just haven't tried today. I spent all day long trying to get my PC and stuff working. I've watched the first three, Shiro. I've watched the first three episodes. Was the physics applied? Oh, physics applied. Oh, I see. Metal Hail Singer. No, there's this other one. It's called something uh produce. Somebody they were saying that the other day. Produce or something. Just rebooted my Xbox and it was fine. Oh yeah, I haven't rebooted my Xbox, man. I was having problems with my capture card. I woke up today and I was trying to start making content and none of my freaking USBs worked on my PC. So I would yeah, dude, it was just a freaking nightmare. If you rewind this to the very beginning, you can listen to all of that. It was such a nightmare today. Everything that was going wrong was going wrong. And then you got the PlayStation fanboys out there talking about they're going to cancel their pre-orders. Thank you guys for bringing that to my attention because I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know they were out there trying to cancel their pre-orders because whatever they're freaking crying about now. Those guys are so dumb, dude. Tried that Tiny King game. It was actually very fun. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to try that. I was recording a video last night. I was doing some stuff and I was like looking at things and I was gonna go grab Junior's Xbox One S and live stream or not live stream but use XCloud to play Deathloop on that so that I can make a video on that one. How to play Deathloop on your Xbox One S. Simple. Plug it into a thing, sign up for Game Pass, and start playing. No, I'm just joking. Most funny part is I got the first save of the game, was stuck on that saving game, so I couldn't do the simple task of talking to the first NPC of the game. A strong start, I may say. Which one? That produce one? Oh, I see. Total sleeper hit. That game should be talked about way more than it is. See, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. This is kind of like it's kind of got me losing sleep. Everything that goes to Game Pass, every game that goes to Game Pass, when I try to cover them on this channel, they don't get views. They nobody cares. Nobody cares about those Game Pass games going to. I mean, unless you're reporting on the games that are coming out that month. When you try to cover the games, like, nobody cares, man. Nobody watches those. I have to, like, they only want to know about the games that you have to buy. The PlayStation fanboys have really got those people trained pretty hard to not care. They really do. Seems too expensive keeping up with the graphics cards. See, that's the thing, dude. You don't need to keep up with graphics cards. You just buy a good one. Like right now, like, okay, let's put it this way. They just announced the 4090 and the 4080 and essentially the 4070. All of those cards have functions that games are not going to have. You think we're waiting a long time for functions on our cards right now, on our consoles? Wait until you're waiting for the functions to come out for that 4090. That 4090 is the least, like, it's not a priority right now. It's not a priority to get anything in the 40 series. Nothing. You don't need any of it. The only thing you are essentially going to benefit from is higher frame rates and more power. That is basically it. They're not even. Let's put it this way, man. It's probably going to be another 3 years before my graphics card is even. Well, by the time I get that 3080, before that card is truly utilized to be able to give you what you should be able to get on that card, man. Like, we're not even close, dude. This PC thing, man, when I saw the 4090 cards the other day announced, I was just like, wow, dude, that doesn't seem like anything I need right now. That doesn't seem like anything I need. And by the time we get to a point where they actually have stuff that'll support that, you'll have the 60 series cards out. I'm thinking maybe 50 series, but pause. I'm thinking closer to 60 series. I'm thinking your 30 series cards will probably get you to the 60 series before you even need to try to upgrade. Yeah, you're not going to lose any performance, man. The newer cards, like the 30 series, if you have anything other than if you have anything under a 30 series, yeah, get a 30 series card. Like I'm saying, it's safe to go out and get whatever 30 series card you want right now, because you do not need a 40 series card. Like, you don't. Like, you really don't. I looked at everything they were talking about and all of that stuff, and before they even build content that's worthy of those cards, they still got to build content that's worthy of our Xbox One X's and our PlayStation 5s, man. Like, we're good, man. You're good on a 30 series card, probably all the way through the 40 series card, and it seems like they're on about a 2-year cycle. So yeah, you're probably good. Or you could wait until maybe like the actual 4070s or 4060s come out. I could see upgrading to like a 4060 card, like a 4060 Ti maybe, depending on how much VRAM it has. But other than that, you don't need the high end. You really don't. The 4060 Ti or the 4060 series is going to give you enough power to be okay. Like, you're going to be okay, because that should be theoretically a 50% uptick. But you got to understand that 50% uptick was with DLSS 3 enabled. You know what I mean? So it's like, really, man? You need more magic to get it magically faster. Yeah, you see, TX 3000 and will really show. Yeah, dude, we're not even gonna. We haven't even seen what the 30 series and the 68 and the 66 and the 60 series on AMD can really do. Like, we haven't even seen what these cards can do. Yeah, dude. I mean, all of these games are usually built around the architecture of the consoles, anyways. Like, my 3060 Ti is more than powerful enough to compete with both of these consoles. So I don't necessarily need, a 40 series card, because anything that these consoles can do, my PC can do better. Ripping people off, even false advertising a 4080 12 gig should be a 4. Yeah, I think so too, man. It doesn't even have as much CUDA cores as the regular 4080 16 gig. So yeah, technically that is false, that is misleading, because you go out and you buy a 4080 12 gig card, you're not getting the rasterized performance that you would be if you got the other card. Like it doesn't make any sense. Cable PC today is perfectly, yeah, yeah. I see. I'm going to the 4080 card just because I need the extra, just because I need the extra, for streaming and stuff like that. That's the only reason I'm upgrading that card higher. Actually, the only reason I'm upgrading is because I have that laptop and that card that I can trade for it. So as soon as I'm just waiting for my friend to get a hold of one so that I can go pick it up. OCD, you want something? Did you already know that? Yeah, he already got it. Xbox is number one. Yeah, so I feel like with the PC thing, anybody that's worried about upgrading to a PC, like the biggest hassle that it has is like the updates, man. Like the Windows updates seem to be inconsistent sometimes. This today was the first problem I really had with one, but I rolled it back and then everything is working again now. Well, somewhat. But I am kind of irritated that I don't get to do the 1440p in HDR. That really sucks, man, because I don't want to play games and you don't need to upgrade for streaming unless you plan to stream PC gaming. Yeah, that's what I'm doing is PC gaming. I'm going to be streaming some PC gaming. Yeah, I know the 3060 Ti is perfect for doing the console stuff, but you already got it, OCD. I probably, I have the black. When you have a back screen, you get that little bit of flicker. Yeah, you're right. I need a green screen. My face. I'm a ghost. I'm not even a real person. See, look. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why it does that so much. Maybe if I turn this light a little bit that way. Um, Maybe if I go back a little bit. Like why? It's that stupid chair, man. That stupid chair. I need to get. I don't know. Like this works pretty decent, guys. Like this works pretty good. I don't need to buy a green screen and have everything like hanging up everywhere and stuff like that. Like I didn't, dude. I've already. Oh man, I'm too green for my own good. I know. Gonna lie, Nvidia RTX Remix is amazing though. Yeah, I like the Nvidia. I like Nvidia. I like what they got, but dude, I don't have any desire to buy a 40 card, to buy a 40 series. I was waiting for it, but now I'm just like, dude, I don't know. I can't do the whatchamacallit. I can't do the community. I can't do community gaming tonight. It's good enough. Yeah, I know it works for me too. Start If you do get a green screen, make sure you wear right color shirts or you look invisible. I know. Start wearing green shirts so that I can look invisible. So much like Xbox, your hardware disappear into an ecosystem. Yeah. Did you see the memo showing Sony paid for technical parity? Yeah, I've seen that. Dude, I've been saying that since I got on this channel, man. They pay for parity and you get stuck, man. That's why it's frustrating. That's one of the biggest things that made me mad when they announced the PlayStation 5 specs was great, dude. Now everything's gonna get held back. So, Frog Boy, you trying to be Jerry Springer? Yeah, yeah. Yes, tonight. PlayStation fanboys had really been. Dude, they got to. They have to start buying. They have to. They have to. If they don't buy, Call of Duty, their virtuous cycle's gone for him. Virtuous cycle will be no more. How do you think Sony pays for those graphics, man? You think they do it out of the kindness of their heart? No, man. Call of Duty funds that. Call of Duty without Call of, I mean, think about it. Call of Duty started getting bigger on the PlayStation. Their games started looking better. Call of Duty started doing better. They started looking better. Yeah, I mean, you could see the trajectory of like PlayStation games going up as as Call of Duty started getting more popular. Yeah, I'm not even joking, man. You guys think I'm lying. You think I'm just being a funny guy, but no, dude. It's honest. It's honest. It's true. PlayStation Call of Duty funds PlayStation virtuous cycle. Without the virtuous cycle, they wouldn't have it. Without Call of Duty, there's no virtuous cycle, man. You'd be getting a game like your God of War would look like that game that came out on the Xbox. That Xbox version of God of War. That would be the budget for it, man. Go back and look at everything, man. Go back and look at all the PlayStation games over the years, bro, and you tell me when they started getting better. You could put two and two together just like I have. It's not that hard. It's pretty simple, man. You look at the trajectory of the popularity of Call of Duty, and then you look at the quality of Sony games as Call of Duty got better. Cancel my pre-order because of Infinity Ward ain't listening to feedback. They are killing their own game. How are they killing their own game, Ruthless? Explain this to me. I've enjoyed every time I've played it. I like the game. It did definitely get tougher when I started playing on the Xbox with the Xbox guys, but I mean, what do you expect, man? The Xbox guys have been playing shooters since day one. They're better at them. Or Ragnarok will be the Sony moneymaker. Okay. I think God of War Ragnarok's going to sell about 3 million copies in that first week. They're going to sell about 3 million copies. I think they will hit probably 6 million copies within that first year. I think God of War Ragnarok will probably hit about 6 million copies. You got to understand, dude. There's a lot of people out there that, I mean, that probably want to play it, but don't really. You got to understand, dude. A lot of the copies of God of War that sold through in 2018 were in a bundle. They were in a bundle, man. They were bundling those from like the year after all the way up until they stopped selling those PlayStation 4s and PlayStation 4 Pros, man. They were bundling God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and gosh, what was the other one? Days Gone, man. They were all in that bundle. Those 3 games were in a bundle for a long time, man. They do count all of those as sales. What shall we ever do? I know. Well, let them cancel it. That'll just be the end of their virtuous cycle faster. PlayStation fanboys threatening to end their own virtuous cycle. Call of Duty funds all of the... Call of Duty literally funds all of the development for PlayStation first-party games, guys. If you think I'm joking, man, if you honestly think I'm joking, like really think about it. Put 2 and 2 together, man. If PlayStation's first-party games are coming out and they're barely doing 3 million... Do you really think that those games are refunding those games? Like, come on, man. Like, be smart. Yeah. What? I'm live, but you can come in. Hi, Jogi. Yeah. Yeah, we will. In about an hour. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I guess. The PS4 and Xbox One support are dropped. The development speed of games will skyrocket. I think we're gonna see cross-gen support longer than we ever have for any previous generation, guys. I miss Frog. Yeah, dude, I think the quality is. You don't think that's true, Fareem? All right, buddy. All right, man. Why do you think Sony has such a big problem with it, man? Like I don't think you guys understand. I literally, dude, like you guys don't understand the business, man. That PlayStation literally gets 30% of every copy of Call of Duty that sells on their platform. They rake in $1 billion a year on that, man. How much do you think it costs PlayStation to fund all of the development for all of their studios for the year? Like for the year, man. Like I'm not saying that one Call of Duty game funds everything. I'm saying that in that year, all the wages that they got to pay, all the stuff that they got to pay, keeping the lights on and all of that. I guarantee Call of Duty alone is enough to fund all of that. I guarantee that. Like if they're making $1 billion and their budgets are, $500 million a game or whatever they say, Call of Duty hurt their own sales. Yeah, dude, Call of Duty can't, it's unsustainable. The way that Call of Duty's going, man, having to have, how many teams do they have making Call of Duty? They got thousands of employees. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Why do you think Activision is selling themselves to Microsoft? They cannot sustain that. Having to, they can't sustain that level of growth having to be a publicly traded freaking company, man. They can't sustain that. The shareholders are always like, we need more money, and then the Activision dudes are like, dude, what do you expect us to do, man? We've already got literally every single studio we have building Call of Duty. They can't do it. It's unsustainable. That's why they sold themselves to Microsoft. That'll give them a lot of room to breathe because Microsoft is a publicly traded company, but now they will not. Now Activision does not have to depend solely on, making money for shareholders. And that's good. That's good for gaming. Everybody keeps saying it's like a monopoly thing, but no, man, it's good for gaming. Activision employees, Activision developers, they're going to be able to be better now. It's not going to be it's not going to be so like money hungry, like they're not going to have to like find ways to like get you to pay millions of freaking dollars for microtransactions and stuff, guys. I'm not saying that all the microtransactions are going to automatically disappear from Call of Duty once no, they're going to keep them there. Like obviously Microsoft's going to want to try to recoup that investment, but it might not be as bad. Like you might get more bang for your buck with them being under Microsoft. Even on the PlayStation, you might get more bang for your buck when it comes to buying a Call of Duty game after Microsoft owns them. How much does Sony make off of one movie? Not that much, dude. You realize that I think like the movie industry a year is like a few $1 billion, whereas the video game industry every year is like a lot of billions of dollars. Oh, I don't think you understand, man. You let that sink in. What did they make? What did they make off of Spider-Man? What, $1 billion? How is COD dead after this? I've been hearing COD's dead since, what was the game after Blackout or Black Ops 2? What was it? Advanced Warfighter or something? Call of Duty's dead now. Call of Duty's dead. You got running on the wall. We want boots on the ground. They did how many Call of Duties like that and they still all sold well, man? Like, no, dude, Call of Duty's not dead. Call of Duty's not going to ever die. If anything, Call of Duty is going to get restructured to where it's more manageable and more sustainable to keep making Call of Duty games. And that will give you more time with your Call of Duty purchase. Like this year, Modern Warfare 2, we're going to have 2 years of support and being able to play this game before the next one comes out. That will teach Xbox. I know. Vanguard was probably the worst Call of Duty ever made. If you want my honest opinion, that was the one I liked the least out of every freaking Call of Duty ever made. I did not like the Vanguard story. So yeah, that one hurt. A lot of gamers like myself, we buy Call of Duty for the campaign. Like I buy Call of Duty for the campaign mostly. First and foremost, it's for the campaign. yeah. Black Ops 4. We had Black Ops 4. Then we had. Oh, let me see. Let me see how much time I actually put into Black Ops 4. It's probably way, 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 way down my list. I think it was Black Ops 4, then Modern Warfare 2019, then. Yeah, that's the way it went. Black Ops 4, where are you? Where are you? Oh man, it's so far down my list. I haven't played it. Vanguard was atrocious. Yeah, I can't believe we paid $70 for that game either, man. That's just the thing, man. Like, Call of Duty funds PlayStation, man. Like, it does. It does. Without Call of Duty, they're going to have to lower their budgets on all of their stuff, guys. They will have to lower budgets. Good on the Xbox 360 generation? No, it wasn't. Call of Duty does pretty good every year. Black Ops 4, right there, man. Stats. I played that game for 1 day, 11 hours, and 55 minutes. It's funny because Microsoft knew this would piss off. What? How did they know, Fareem? Like, you guys keep saying these ignorant things that clearly Activision was struggling. They were struggling, dude. Like, it was unsustainable. They could not continue to do that and fight lawsuits and bleed freaking talent like they were doing under Activision. Like, they couldn't do that. Microsoft stepped in and said, look, we'll buy you. We'll buy you. That is essentially their way of getting out of the whole freaking the overhead of having to create these games for the stock market, man. Like, you don't understand. Like, these people, these shareholders, they demand more, they want more, they want more. This essentially puts Activision back in a position of being able to create the stuff they want to create without having to worry so much about all that other stuff, man. You guys don't even understand what you guys are talking about most of the time. You guys, you don't understand what you're talking about, Fareem. Like, you don't, bud. Like, you just don't. Like, that saying that's going around out there all the time, you know, that Microsoft's some evil corporation, dude. This is going to be better for Call of Duty than it ever has. It's going to be, I mean, it's already better for Bethesda. Now Bethesda can step back and say, yeah, dude, we can take more time and we can make Starfield a better game. Because Microsoft is like, yeah, man, do that. They don't have to worry about freaking shareholders breathing down their neck to put out a buggy Fallout 76, man. They don't have that to worry about anymore. I don't understand why you guys get, like, you guys got to stop listening to like King Thrash and MBG and all these other guys that are just Xbox hate freaking channels, man. Like, enjoy gaming. This is going to be good for Call of Duty. It'll be good for Call of Duty. It will be good. That must be a joke. Xbox ain't taking Call of Duty away, though. Yeah, they're not. They're going to keep it there. It's the PlayStation fanboys that are trying to get themselves out of Call of Duty. I'm canceling my pre-order because it's going to be Xbox. Whatever, dude. You guys want to get rid of your virtuous cycle? Handle that. Do it. Do it. 3 years. 3 years of what? Yeah. Like 3 years, 4 years, whatever, man. Better how? Why? How wouldn't it be better, man? How wouldn't it be better? Now they can switch over to a 2-year dev cycle and not have to pump out of Call of Duty every freaking year, man. That will make Call of Duty better. That will give you. My biggest complaint with Call of Duty was always that a new one was coming out so fast that I never really got to play that one Call of Duty because I play so many other games. Work for Microsoft. He got fired for being a potty mouth. Smart companies look ahead. Microsoft isn't going to pull Call of Duty off. Yeah, dude, that's not going anywhere. Phil playing chess with Jim Ryan. Dude, let him compete, man. PlayStation's always talking about competition. I want to see him compete, man. This is going to be good for gaming, man. This is going to be good for gaming. This is going to be good for Call of Duty. This is going to be good for all the Activision studios that actually want to make other freaking IP instead of always just having to crank out. They've got, they've, they started out, you had like, you had Treyarch and you had Infinity Ward, and they were able to, pump out a Call of Duty every year because it wasn't like the older consoles, they could do that a lot easier. And then they started getting more power and more power, and then they started getting more techniques, more stuff like that, more demanding. Now they got like this Warzone thing going on and all this other stuff, and it's so taxing on the developers and the resources and everything else. Acquisition. I better hope it's not. I know. Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. I'm telling you, man. You listen to all these other guys on the internet, and they're just they're full of like fear mongering and hate mongering and all of that stuff, man. And they don't even understand what they're freaking talking about, man. They don't know. They're just there trying to stir the pot so they can get clicks, man. Why do we need? We don't need that many Call of Duties. People get sick and tired of freaking Call of Duty every year, man. Including God of War and they will. God of War will be on the PlayStation 5 bundles. Don't freak them out, frogs. I know, dude. That Series S is doing pretty dang good with that Deathloop, man. Doing pretty good. Must be loyal to one platform. Oh, I get it, too. Why would they take Call of Duty away? They're not taking Call of Duty away. It's unsustainable for them to make a Call of Duty every year now. So they're going to they've like you're not getting another Call of Duty until 2024 now. Like Treyarch's Call of Duty will not be coming out until 2024. Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 2 is the Call of Duty for the next 2 years. That will give these developers a lot more time to build and actually enhance the experience, man. Where go Packers? Ben, I haven't seen him cry. Oh, I don't know. They all left. They all got sick of trying to be nice. I haven't seen YT Shadow for a long time either. Maybe he did. Maybe he did go back to talking about it's our intention to keep Call of Duty there. That is their intention. Why would they say anything different? Frog in trouble. Why am I in trouble? Oh man. Would rather be the Embracer Group by COD because Sony. Yeah. They'll have marketing rights until what? Winter 2025? That's fine. It doesn't matter. I mean, they'll have marketing rights, but like, yeah, dude, Xbox gets Call of Duty on freaking Game Pass day one. They already said it for the billionth time. They're not taking Call of Duty away. 3 years? Well, that's 3 years. I mean, that's a guaranteed 3 years. That's better than most freaking. In 3 years, Xbox might not need PlayStation. They might not need it. Yeah, I know Embracer's only worth $10 billion. They couldn't buy COD. They got a really good deal on that. PlayStation make the best console ever. No, PlayStation holds gaming back a lot too. They do. You want better graphics on other games, man? You can't have it because PlayStation makes weak consoles now. Oh, I get it. I don't know, man. I thought PlayStation fans don't care about Call of Duty. Like, why would they care anyways? I'm really YT Shadow. Is my alt account? No, I know. Out for my man Brog on one dude's channel that was having controversy, something blogs or something. Oh wait, somebody was saying something about me. Oh, poor man. I know. I like Shadow. He's always welcome here. Tomb Raider. well, yeah, but PlayStation eventually got it, just like we eventually got Deathloop. Teach you a lesson. Oh man, leading coil wine and checkerboard. I know. Oh dang. PlayStation is the leading console of checkerbirds. If anyone wants to see Shadow, he's in every pony stream. Go Packers and Jeff B. Dream. Cool. I know, huh? They love that. They love it over there, man. I see Shadow on the other video comment section. Still bashing Xbox as usual. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what else do they got? This is the last freaking year that PlayStation fanboys are ever going to get to talk negative about Xbox anyway. So let them have it. Let them have it, dude. Like, let them have it. Let them do what. Let them say whatever they got to say, because once all them games start dropping on Game Pass next year, bro, nobody's ever going to think about PlayStation again. They're going to be like, PlayStation what? I mean, what? Like the next best thing the PlayStation's got is going to be God of War. And then they'll have Spider-Man 2, which Spider-Man 2 will be way better on the PC, man. It's not even worth buying on the PlayStation 5. Wanted to play Resident Evil 7 in VR. Sony took that from me. Yeah, they made it exclusive to the PlayStation. You can't even do that on a PC. That really sucks. Just like they're doing with the new one. Let them have it. Yeah, this is their year, man. Let them have it. Let them have this year, bro. Whatever. I mean, it's fine with me, man. Like, I'll play that God of War. I'll have fun. I'll review it. I'll give you my honest thoughts. But then what? What do they got next year, man? Forspoken? You got Forspoken? Okay, $70. Forspoken, man. That should be good. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I mean, yeah, that's gonna be good too. Maybe 1440p. That'll be good. I mean, yeah. What do they really got? They got Final Fantasy. I don't even think Final Fantasy VII Remake was. Let's see. How many copies of Final Fantasy VII Remake have been sold?
5 million. According to Wikipedia, Final Fantasy VII Remake became one of the fastest-selling PlayStation 4 games, selling more than 3.5 million copies within 3 days and over 5 million by August 2020.
5 million? That's it? 5 million? Whoa, man, 5 million. 5 million copies of Final Fantasy VII, bro. I'm like, okay. That's I mean, I guess that sounds fine. God of War right between the launch of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Yeah. Modern Warfare is going to stomp that game. I mean, yeah, you got all these YouTubers out there right now trying to say that, oh gosh, I mean, you cancel my pre-order and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, whatever, dude. Whatever, guys. You know Call of Duty is still going to outsell your precious PlayStation first-party games. See people canceling their pre-orders because the devs are not actually listening to the community. I mean, that might be the case. I mean, I personally, I don't know, man. Like, it sounds like the same thing that everybody... It sounds like the same thing I hear every time a Call of Duty comes out, man. Like, every time the Call of Duty comes out. What am I looking for, Jay? Oh. Oh, I see. Everybody's always saying that Call of Duty's bad. Everybody's always saying that Halo's bad. Everybody's always saying that freaking everything is bad, but then they all still buy them. They all still play them. General chat. Hmm. Oh, man. I don't underestimate Sony. Like, why would I underestimate Sony? I think people overestimate Sony. That's the thing. I think they overestimate them. They talk about all these like, dude. There's 100 and what is it, like 145 million PlayStation consoles out there right now, Fareem, right? 140 plus million PlayStation 4s and 5s out there on the market that people can actively go out and buy Final Fantasy VII Remake on. And that game sold 5 million copies. 5 million copies out of 145 million consoles. So you tell me, man. You tell me if more copies of Call of Duty sell, they sell more copies of Call of Duty than all of the PlayStation first party games combined. They sell more. They sell more of those. I've been hooked on Redout too, man. Nice. Dude, that game is so freaking fun. It's so fast, so fun. I'm glad I picked that up. Why they have everything to lose? What do you mean they have everything to lose? Yeah, PlayStation has a lot to lose, man. And they built their house of cards the way they built their house of cards, man. Xbox was competing now. Xbox is competing, dude. PlayStation doesn't have the money to freaking compete with Xbox, man. Like, I don't know what you. I mean, this is what real competition looks like. We're gonna see. Either Sony's gonna stand up and really compete, or they're gonna crumble. They're gonna crumble, and they're gonna be pushed to the wayside, man. Exactly, PlayStation. I mean, everybody's always screaming and crying about these PlayStation first-party games. Me, personally, I am a PlayStation fan that likes the PlayStation first-party games, so I buy them all. Plus, I just like to see pretty graphics, dude, so I buy them. I buy them for the pretty graphics. Dude, if Sony was smart, they would bring back games like Sly Cooper and Jak and Daxter and all of these games, and they would sell them for $49.99 if they were smart. But they're not smart. They're trying to pivot themselves as like this premium brand, and it's like, dude, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. I think that other game that I was showing you, Tara, I think that one has VR. Let me see something real quick. What's that one called? Flash Out 3? Yeah, that one's got Flash Out 3 has VR. Flash Out 3 has VR. Did I say Flat Out the other day? I did. Oh gosh, it's Flash Out. I have no idea how the Lakers did this year. I don't even watch basketball. Nintendo is just chilling. I know Nintendo's going to sell more freaking Switches than the PlayStation 4, dude. That's so bad. Everybody's like, yeah, PlayStation number one. And then, like, here comes Nintendo. They're like, oh, yeah? Hold my beer, dude. Let what sink in? The Lakers playbook, LOL. What's the Lakers playbook? Buy up all the good. No, dude. Oh my gosh, come on, man. Can't use a basketball analogy because we all know that the output of Activision is no longer going to be what it is today after Microsoft is done with the acquisition. The Activision is going to change. The restructuring of Activision is going to change, and they are going to start producing more games than what they're doing now. It's not going to just be Call of Duty. There's going to be more. Anybody that expects Activision to get bought out by Xbox and then put out a Call of Duty every year, it's not going to be that way no more. It's not. Like, this is going to be this is going to definitely change the console landscape. I've been saying since the beginning of when we heard it, this is going to level the playing field for PlayStation and Xbox. PlayStation is no longer going to be just an automatic win. It is going to be a real competition going forward from this point. You know what I mean? Like, PlayStation's not going to have Call of Duty to lean back on, and Xbox isn't going to really have Call of Duty to lean back on either. They're both going to have to compete going forward a lot harder than they ever have. And I'm truly optimistic about this new competition. Like, I think it's going to be good. There's going to be a lot going on. Oh man. And that's why Sony is scared. Yep, that's exactly why they're scared, man. Call of Duty is not going to be a cash cow like it used to be for Sony, man. Sony could depend on that annual freaking budget from Call of Duty that they're not going to have that much anymore. Like it's going to change. It's going to be different. And we should welcome that change. Welcome that change, man. Like, yeah, dude, it's finally about time that when Rare was supposed to change the world, yeah, but they never did. I don't know, man. More people are playing. Sea of Thieves than they are playing Call of Duty, man. Or not Call of Duty, but any of them PlayStation first-party games. Like, there's a lot more stuff. I mean, Sea of Thieves gets supported all the time. Gets content drops all the freaking time, man. Once ABK deal's done, Xbox won't have to sell gamers on Game Pass. Yeah, they won't have to sell them. It'll be just an automatic, like, yep, I'm buying Game Pass. They'll be buying that stuff hand over fist. And it's true, man. A lot of people are going to change from PlayStation to Xbox over the Call of Duty thing. That's going to happen. That is going to happen. Why can't Sony make their own Call of Duty and call it Fortnite's Frontline? I know. All they have to do is make SOCOM and build SOCOM out with a first person and a third person camera, and they'd be fine. They would be fine if they just brought SOCOM back. I think SOCOM could really compete with what Call of Duty is. Bring it back and make it more realistic. Bring that back and make it more realistic like it was before, because yeah, dude, they could do it. They just don't want to. They don't want to take the risk. It's too risky. It's too risky for them. But they could do it, man. They could definitely do it. They could bring SOCOM back, make it a 14 or a four person team, whatever. They could bring it back. They could do a high quality campaign with some really high quality. They could do it. They could definitely do it. I know that some of them Activision Call of Duty developers would leave freaking Activision and go work at Sony. Like, I know they would. Like, why wouldn't they? Is a Ghost Recon comp? Yeah, it is. It's a Ghost Recon competitor, but they could also make it. They would have to do a third and a first person camera mode for SOCOM, and they could go head to head with Call of Duty. All they got to do is make it so you could play Firewall 0 Hour, like a Call of Duty on a 2D screen, and dude, they already would have something right there. How exactly SOCOM was realistic? Yeah, they need to keep it realistic though. They can't go. They could, with the multiplayer thing, have like, they could. There's so many things they could do with that. They could make like a PVE where you got two teams, you like co-op against like a freaking taking down a military base and stuff. There's so many different things they could do with SOCOM to bring it back. There's so many things. Exactly. Call of Duty's an action movie, and SOCOM would need to be realistic still. It would need to be more realistic. It would need to stick to its roots to bring in the old fans, as well as, also have a way to bring in like new fans. They could do it, and they better get to work. They better start using the last of that Call of Duty virtuous cycle to bring it back, or they're gonna be a console without a shooter. That one ultimate guy. Hey, it's just me, Ultragear's fan. I'm using my computer. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. SOCOM equivalent to Ghost Recon. Jesus Christ, frog stuff. I get that. I get that SOCOM and Ghost Recon are equivalent. Like, I 100% understand that. I do. I 100% understand that. That's why I said they would have to build out two modes, one with a first-person shooter mode, and they would also have to build out the other one. It wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be cheap, and it wouldn't be something they could mass produce every year, but they could potentially position SOCOM as a competitor in the first person shooter space. They could 100% do that. We did SOCOM videos today. You might as well just make a whole new game. It literally looks like a generic third person army game. Yeah, you're right. You're right. it did look like. I mean, the closest game to SOCOM when that came out was there was another game out too. Like there was Ghost Recon, but there was another one too around that time when that came out. It was oh my gosh, and it was only like $10 or something. How much money would I need to build a computer that could compete with the PlayStation 8 gen? You just need a 40. You just need a 4090 card. I think it has like 90 teraflops, man, or something. Yeah, you just buy one of those. At least they got Destiny. Yeah, they do have Destiny too. So I mean, Bungie could definitely make a first-person shooter to rival anything that's on the market right now. They've done it before. Destiny does pretty dang good. Destiny's still not selling like Call of Duty is, but I mean it's definitely up there. Killzone. I mean they could bring back Killzone and do something with that, but it's I don't know why Killzone didn't take off, man. Rainbow Six. But it didn't have a multiplayer. No, not Rainbow Six. Well, yeah, it was. I mean, kind of Rainbow Six, but Rainbow Six was first-person shooter back on like PlayStation One. Remember? Actually, I had a PlayStation 8. I had two PlayStation 4s and taped them up. Yeah, taped them together. Ghost Recon Wildlands was pretty good. I really like that one. I like Breakpoint too. I don't have a problem with Breakpoint. The PS5 has that magical SSD. PS5 is pretty. Oh gosh, I don't know, man. Seeing pop in games like with that super fast SSD, man, I was like, oh my gosh, it's still popping in, but look how fast it pops in. It's literally instant. A video for SOCOM I saw today, they were comparing it to Rainbow Six. It was third person. I don't think Rainbow Six has ever been third person. As far as I remember, like going back, Rainbow Six started off on PlayStation 1. It was a first person shooter. And then we got, and then there was like Vegas and New Vegas. Those were both first person shooters, but when you would go behind cover, you'd turn into a third person. Rainbow Six Siege is all first person. I'm pretty sure Rainbow Six has always been first person shooter. Ports from the PC, I guess. I don't know. I if I remember correctly, every time I've ever played Rainbow Six, it was a first person shooter. Rainbow. Oh, you're right. No, it was on the PlayStation 1, and then it came to the Nintendo 64. The new Killzone. Okay, great. They're coming. The new DLSS. Yeah, DLS 3. Talking PlayStation 2. Yeah, I think PlayStation 2 had had a Rainbow Six. I don't think the Rainbow Six on PlayStation 2 was. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look into it. It first released on Nintendo 64 as a third-person shooter. I'll have to look that up, Christopher. I don't remember. I think I don't remember. I know that Rainbow Six was on the Nintendo 64. I just don't remember if it was a. I never played the one on Nintendo 64. I had already started playing. I'd already turned into a PlayStation fanboy by then. If Killzone, see, I don't know. I don't know why people didn't really like Killzone. I know I didn't really care for Killzone that much. Working on a new shooter esports title. Yeah, maybe. I mean, they definitely got to get that games as a service out there. SOCOM Twisted Metal multiplayer and My Little Pony multiplayer. Oh man, I showed in the SOCOM video Rainbow Six. It was third person, but it had no multiplayer. I'll have to look it up. Sebastian. I don't remember any of those ever being that way. I think the RTX 4080 will be as powerful as. Yeah, dude, the PlayStation 6 is not going to be anywhere close to what the 4080 can do. The 4080, man, it decimates the cards that we have right now, man. The 4080 already blows away the 3090, dude, and the 3090 is what 4 or 5 times more powerful than the PlayStation 5. Yeah, dude. Yeah, there's no way for the these consoles will probably never equal a 4090 or a 4080. I don't know. It's just that would be too much money, man. Too much money just in a graphics card, and plus it's an APU. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. The console ecosystem is built on APUs, where a traditional desktop is different. Like you have as much power going to your graphics card in a PC as these consoles for the whole console. Like the whole console is like 220 watts or 230 watts or something, whereas the PC cards are that all on their own. Yeah, PS6 would compete with a 3060 Ti. I know. Oh my gosh. I think that you would be looking at maybe double what the PlayStation 5 is right now for a PlayStation 6 at maybe 20 teraflops, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. They seem to double. You know what I mean? Oh man, I think of the sales they lose because people wait for those pre-owned copies and then they don't get any money on them. 3080 Ti can pull 450 watts regularly. Yeah, exactly. That's twice both of these consoles. You know what I mean? Like there's no way that these consoles are. I mean, they say that the compute power and everything for these consoles is about, like a 2080 and a 2070, something like that or whatever. Dude, those cards are already like my 3060 Ti is equivalent to is more powerful than a 2080 Super. Then there's what the 2080 Ti was like the top of the line, or there's like a 2080 Titan or something. Wasn't there a Titan? But that's not, Titans aren't for games. But I mean, if my card's more powerful than the 2080 Super or whatever by like a couple of percent, then yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, YouTube ads. You like YouTube ads? You don't like ads? That's how I fund this operation, man, is those YouTube ads. I apologize for the YouTube ads, guys, but I need the money. If I need to buy any more PC stuff, yeah, dude, I'm definitely gonna need this channel to make money. Oh man, so I'm sorry. I don't mean to bombard you guys with the ads. I'm sorry. Yeah, they had that new pin layout, but if you notice that the new pin layout has an extra spark for smart delivery, then after these new cards are going to be fire hazards. What, the 4080s? I don't know if Twisted Metal would make as much money as you think, man. Like I think it would be okay, but I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that like those. Oh, I know, Biggie Butter. Sorry, man. I don't mean to bombard you guys with the ads. Doing good. Now that I spent all the way up till about 5 o'clock trying to get my PC working today. I woke up and none of my USB ports were working, and I was like really frustrated. I had to like roll back my Windows update. I had to do all kinds of weird stuff. I couldn't get my capture card working. Yeah, I'm still kind of working on getting the capture card thing working, but for the most part, yeah, dude, it was a pretty trash day for the most of the time. You also have YouTube Premium. Nice. Yeah, if you have YouTube Premium, man, I still make money off that, and but you don't get bombarded with ads. Oh, Jose GT50, welcome. Appreciate the subscription, my friend. Yeah, Sony will be third soon. No, I don't think Sony's going to be third. I think they'll hold on. I think Sony. I think Sony would be pretty close to holding on to that top spot this generation, but I do feel like Xbox is really going to be. This is going to be the best competition we've ever seen. Someday. Don't worry. By 2025, the competition will kick off and we'll start getting actual new games and stuff. So it'll be all right. When he's complaining about Microsoft, yet still use Windows computer. I know. Oh, never talks about some of those random PC issues that come up sometimes. They judge like a PC and just sunshine and rainbows. No, man, like they're not sunshine and rainbows, man. They are a lot more freaking like PC gaming. Like that's the biggest irritation I've had with the PC yet, though. Most of the time, it's really minor. Like it'll take. I'm used to the way the PC already like downloads your update and then it copies it and everything because I've had a PlayStation for so many years that like I think I don't know. Most of the stuff is pretty comparable to either one of these consoles, but stuff like freaking Windows updates not working right and then you got to roll them back. Yeah, dude, that kind of sucks, man. Sony fanboys get on my nerves, even when PS was my only console. Yeah, PS6 will be out as early as 2027. GPU will be about 2 years behind the PS3. Will be about 2 years behind the PS3. Oh man, probably. Sony will be third in 2 to 3 years. I think there's going to be an interesting shift in the gaming market for sure, dude. Game Pass is only going to get better, whereas PlayStation being insistent on PlayStation needs to fund some games that go straight to their service. They need to. They have to build some stuff and put it right in there. Consoles right now is primary PC gamer for almost 15 years. Yeah, man, being a PC gamer is I don't know, man. I still exclusively game on my consoles most of the time. It's exactly why I stopped being a PC guy. It matter more when consoles had different architecture. There's no such thing as that now. They're pretty much, basically, yeah, they are pretty much. No grounded. In reality, yes. Like they use the console optimization. Pretty much. I've noticed a lot of games that I have on PC and console that that the console that the console versions pretty much look pretty close to what you're getting on the PC. Like they are visually really close. Let's go back a little bit. I think that's what's messing up the camera so much. Most of the stuff that I've played, it really does look comparable pretty much most of the time. Like they really do look pretty close. You haven't used your gaming laptop since you got a Steam Deck? Yeah, I mean, I could see a lot of people doing that. Oh boy. What's up, Shawshank Greg? How you doing, man? Hey, Frog, should I play the Deathloop? Yeah, you should play Deathloop. It's definitely worth playing. Yeah, play it. Definitely play it. I like Deathloop. It can be a little bit confusing at first to play, but I want to just keep playing it. Just stick with it. I mean, it's not going to be a game for everybody, but you can adjust the settings to be able to play that experience and get what you need to get out of it. Like you can adjust it. That's the one thing Sony has over Xbox, like it for not kids. Um, I think Xbox is an extremely diverse ecosystem. There's a lot of diversity on the Xbox ecosystem, especially when it comes to games and stuff. But there is also there is a lot of diversity when it comes to PlayStation, but it's I don't know if you technically would say it diversity because it's mainly more Japanese support. You got more Japanese gaming experiences on the PlayStation, which doesn't necessarily make it I mean, I guess it does make it diverse, but in a way, those games would just as easily be those games could just as easily be like on Xbox as well. Don't know what to tell you. Oh, you mean PS is more for kids? There's definitely more. See, I used to think that there was going to be a lot of 12-year-olds on the Xbox thing. I was like, oh great, man, everybody's 12-year-old kid's going to be on the Xbox, and it's not that bad. I'm going to try Deathloop even though I had no interest. I would. Why wouldn't you? It's download it and play it. Finding out that I die more from my own dumb mistakes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, playing Deathloop is something that you want to take your time. You want to explore. You want to find the secrets, and you want to find out all the information and all that stuff you can. Play it like a stealth game, or you can go in guns blazing. I would say playing it stealth is a little bit more challenging than playing it guns blazing for sure. Yeah, exactly, man. Game Pass lets you dabble in way more stuff and not have to be committed. Like you have to commit, man. Like PlayStation, you got to pay that $70. Pony will cut off their nose to spite their face. That's what they're doing by canceling COD. Oh yeah, dude. If they cancel COD, dude, that's just gonna hasten the end of their PlayStation of their, what do they call it? Virtuous cycle. Yeah, I tried to list it on Xbox Series X. Ray tracing? It has ray tracing? I don't know. Maybe. I'll have to look at that again then. Sony has had an online multiplayer Twisted Metal. I never played the last Twisted Metal. Oh, yeah. I think the one Twisted Metal Black had online multiplayer, if I believe. Better dig deep. Dig deep. Dig deep if you want that PlayStation ecosystem to stay good, man. You're going to have to buy Call of Duty, man. That is part of the bread and butter for that ecosystem, man. Without Call of Duty, PlayStation isn't PlayStation, guys. What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing, man? What's going on with COD? Oh, the PlayStation fanboys are whining about COD again. I'm going to cancel my pre-order. They're going to cancel the pre-order. They're canceling the pre-order. My 1440p. My 1440p is great, Shek Boo. And you know it. You just need a better 1440p monitor. I guess you do get what you pay for when you buy the 1440p monitors as well. No, if anything, Game Pass has caused me to buy more games because I beat some games on there and then decided to try out the rest of the, yeah, exactly, man. Like you'll buy one game, like you'll play a game on there, and then like next thing you know, you're buying other games from that developer because they're good. I ended a loop because I thought there was ground in a spot, and there was actually a hole while I was running through, and I fell to my death. Oh, I see. Yeah. No, I mean, if you think logically, the first party games is what they couldn't compete in. Who? Like who can't compete? What games are you talking about? Like Xbox competing with PlayStation first party games? No, see, Xbox doesn't need to compete with PlayStation or first party games. Well, they do, but they don't. You know what I mean? If you crouch walk or camp, it's kind of fun. Rushing is a bad idea though. Yeah, sometimes rushing in Call of Duty is not good. Elite Series 2 or Scuff Pro. So I only have an Elite Series 2. I have no what's it called? No experience with the Scuff 2, so I cannot recommend a Scuff. Elite Series 2 is a good controller. It's good. I like mine. They can improve Uncharted multiplayer. I think they can bring back Uncharted multiplayer. But I'm not going to be mad at these guys for voting with their wallet. They should do. And that's nice. Maybe if they didn't Maybe if they did this more often, they could get the $70 price tag removed. Oh yeah, no. I think the $70 is gonna stay, man. PlayStation has forgotten what got them where they are now. They've completely given up on that. When PlayStation first came out, their games were cheaper than Nintendo and everything else, and now they're right back up to where we started. And what's the cost so much more money to make these now, guys? Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, dude. And like nobody buys them because they're getting more and more expensive. Do you know what I mean? Like for a PlayStation first party game that's essentially a one and done game, like people think twice about buying those games. I don't because I buy them. But everybody else, they think twice about buying those games. They're like, man, $70 for this, or should I buy a 300 hour Assassin's Creed game? You know what I mean? Uncharted multiplayer was fun on PS3. Didn't click with Uncharted 4. Yeah. See, I played the Uncharted 4 one for about 10 minutes and I was like, yeah, I'm good. Macho Man Randy, have you? Your gacha is God of War, just one game. Wow, man, that's sad. Really. Whew. God of War is coming. It's coming in November, man. That's the impact they don't have. Well, there's different impacts, man. There's different impacts in video games. Some people, most of the people that buy those freaking PlayStation games, those heavy hardcore movie games, are probably the older gamers, man. The younger gamers probably don't care about that stuff as much. They're all playing Fortnite, Modern Warfare. They're playing those games with their friends, man. It's old, lonely gamers like myself that buy games like God of War. Oh, man. Griffin Gaming is on Jeff Bezos' wealth level now. Oh, really? Nice. And that's gotcha moment for you. All right, man. If that's the hill you want to die on, I won't stop. But it's not logical argument. Who are you arguing with? $70. It's a new PS standard for their remake, remastered, and director's cuts. I know, huh? Oh gosh. I would much rather God of War be more like the first three games. I think I don't know, man. I enjoyed those a lot. Those were really, really good. Mm. No, you would never do this if I was a Sony fan. I wouldn't do that, but I'm a PC Master fan or something like that. Oh, I see. PC Master Race, man. We're Master Racers. Twisted Metal was good, man. See, that's the thing, man. A lot of people love, the PlayStation stuff. I do too. Like whatever, but when it comes to, the pricing method, like Griffin Gaming is a fake gamer. All he plays is Call of Duty, Minecraft, and Pokemon. Oh, I see. Why can't we get a new Vigilante 8? Oh, yeah, Vigilante. Maybe someday. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Sony will be just fine, just like Nintendo is just fine. But what talent are we talking about? The visuals? It looks so good. It looks so good, man. If these PlayStation games are so great, why do they not sell a whole lot of freaking copies? I think this is going to be. I mean, like I said, man, these PlayStation fans, dude, their heads are all high. They're like, yeah, look at these quality games. These so quality. Xbox is gonna compete this generation, man. Like they're gonna compete. They're gonna make games that people are gonna play for hundreds of hours, while PlayStation's gonna make games that play for 12 to 25 hours, man. Sony has no single player game besides Spider Man on the. I know. Spider Man did really good for them, man. Spider Man was already a freaking a known quantity, man. It's not like PlayStation all of a sudden just thought up this new IP of Spider Man and like kicked it out and it was good. No, man. Like Spider Man is already a well built character. Spider Man Miles Morales is coming out this year on PC. And they do have APUs that use RDNA2 graphics, yeah. I mean, Sony first party games sell millions of copies. They do, just not as fast. I mean, they sell up to like I think what is it? Spider Man sitting at what 30 million or something, and then God of War and all the rest of them are sitting at about 20 million. So, I mean, they do definitely sell, just not as fast as not as fast as everybody, not as fast as all these PlayStation fanboys seem to think they do, man. It's just funny. It was organically grown by Sony in house. Oh, I know. No. Yeah, fall. It's supposed to come out this year. That's what they just said. I just saw something on Twitter the other day. Like you can already. I think Miles Morales Steam.
Young Avengers champions, according to some information I found on Wikipedia.
Miles Morales team Steam. Oh hi. Did you go to the store? What did you get? Oh I see. Oh I see. Yeah, it says in fall on the wish list. Add it to my wish list. Let's see what the minimum and maximum specs are going to be. So apparently you need a 950 for minimum. Recommended is wow. Intel Core i5 or 3.4 gigahertz AMD Ryzen 16 gigs of mem, and then an NVIDIA GTX 1060 with 75 gigs of space. Dude, I think that game was like 35 gigs on the. Yeah, they got to put it out. They said fall, so fall would probably be any time between now and November, I'm assuming. Isn't oh, and the Uncharted games are supposed to be dropping soon too. Hard game to run. Those aren't very high specs. Yeah, they're not. They're not very high specs at all. Oh, blue getting. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. Microsoft made a lot of bad choices. They should have bought Insomniac. But they got Playground Games. Playground Games is an Xbox studio. Let what sink in? Like what are we letting sink in, dude? I don't understand what we're supposed to let sink in. Like you PlayStation like the like PlayStation is not all sunshine and rainbows, man. Seriously. Microsoft owns Sunset IP. They do. Ray tracing in. Did what to themselves, dude? They're literally buying Call of Duty. What did they do to themselves? They're buying Call of Duty. The number one selling game every single year. Call of Duty. Let that sink in. Call of Duty. Spider-Man, I mean, like, Insomniac sold, what, 30 million copies of Spider-Man? Okay, whatever. And that's Spider-Man and Miles Morales combined, if I think so. How many copies of Spider-Man has Sony sold?
3 million copies. According to GameSpot, Marvel's Spider-Man has recorded another sales milestone, as Insomniac confirmed this week that PS5 and PS4 sales of the 2018 Spider-Man game and its spin-off Miles Morales have sold through more than 33 million copies globally, as of May 15, 2022.
The PS4 sales of Spider-Man game and its spin-off, Miles Morales, have sold through 33 million copies. End. Both of them together, 33 million copies. That is pretty good for Spider-Man, guys. That's pretty good. 33 million copies for both of those games. That's good. That is very good. Hopefully more devs add 40 FPS modes to their games. I know. Oh, dang. No, my 40 FPS quality mode. I love my 40 FPS quality mode. You know how often I use that 40 FPS quality mode? Never. Never, man. It literally just, it still feels and looks pretty close to 30 frames a second. I've tried it on the games that it's out for, and I don't like it. I don't care for it. But Digital Foundry likes it. They like it. They're like, oh my gosh, PlayStation's got the 40 FPS mode. That's why I keep giving Xbox a hard time over there on Twitter. I'm like, where's my 40 FPS mode? Where's my quality 40 FPS mode? I would much rather them just build a quality game that runs at 60 frames a second instead of playing around with 40 frames a second. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. Like, I would much rather PlayStation just actively shoot for 60 FPS and build the games to fit 60 FPS. I don't care if they have these super high quality visuals at 30 frames a second. I don't even play them. I don't play them at 30 frames a second. I don't care about their 30 frames a second modes. Like, I don't care. That actually bugs me. I'm like, really, dude? We're still looking at checkerboard rendering and 30 frames a second on the most powerful PlayStation 5 ever on the planet with the magical SSD that's supposed to make it the best ever. That kind of stuff frustrates me, man. That frustrates me. Now, all I really need PlayStation to do is focus on a 1440p quality mode at 60 frames a second. I'm happy with that. I have a 1440p monitor. That's what I hook my PlayStation 5 up to. I'm fine with that. To me, that's just fine. I actually might need to buy one more monitor. I might need to buy one more 1440p monitor. I might just trade my freaking OLED for a 1440. No, not a 1440p monitor, but that. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting an OLED monitor. I'm thinking about it, but then it would still be a 4K, but that would be fine. That'd be fine, I guess. Call of Duty just put Game Pass on PlayStation. I know. Spider-Man sold millions. Yeah, only 8% platinum it. A really simple platinum. Got the platinum on Friday. Didn't enjoy it as much as they say. On which Spider-Man? I don't think I would ever go back to the PlayStation 5 to play the Spider-Man games. I will just play them on the PC. That's a much better experience, man. Much better. Because they can pull so much out of 40 FPS that shows how talented they are. Pretty much everybody can do that, dude. That's not talent. That's just them trying to get their most out of their weak console. That's really all it is, dude. They're trying to get the most out of that weak console that they can. That's it. It's not talent. That's them trying to squeeze just a little bit more out of their nothing burger PlayStation 5, bro. I mean, Yeah, dude, like it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Like seriously, 40 FPS, man, it feels like 30 FPS. 60 FPS is pretty much like a standard. Like that's where you want to be gaming is 30 FPS. Seriously, Fareem, you literally are trying to tell me that in order to get okay, let this sink in. Like I'm going to use your words against you. Let this sink in. You have to buy a freaking $1,500 TV to get 40 frames a second, bro. $1,500 and a $500 PlayStation. That's $1,900, bro. You could buy a PC for that would run it better than that. That would run it at like 100 frames a second without having to do 40 frames a second. So I don't know, dude. That's not a good argument. Well, yeah, with the PlayStation 5, you gotta have 120 hertz. If you gotta have 120 hertz TV, bro, you have to. And seriously, in order to get a TV with 120 hertz, that's a minimum of $800. Minimum of $800. And like I just said on another video the other day, a minimum of $800, and that's you're gonna get full array local dimming. You're gonna get systems that once you use that, it's gone. Like it's gone. Like you lose your really high quality HDR. So what game do they have? What, no games that run at 60 FPS? Yeah, they do, but they're not 4K. They're not as beautiful anymore on a 4K TV. Let that sink in. You trade your beauty for performance. It's one or the other with the PlayStation 5. One or the other. Xbox Series X gets you closer to a point where you can still have, your beautiful visuals and be able to get 60 frames a second. But yeah, dude, like, I don't know. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. You can buy a PC for the price, for the same price, man. Oh no, now he's moving the goalposts like he didn't just praise 40. I know I have 40 FPS. I like Digital Foundries what makes them all praise the 40 FPS, dude. Digital Foundries are like, yeah, that's impressive. They give 40 FPS. I'm like, that's not impressive, dude. You got to spend a lot of money to get your 40 FPS. Like, seriously. Yeah, I mean, no, not even on a monitor, dude, because that's like a 1440p monitor. If you want a monitor, like a 4K monitor with 120 hertz and HDMI 2.1 support, dude, that's gonna run you some pretty good amount of money too, man. Here, $800, man, $800 minimum to get that thing, to get 40 FPS, $800 minimum to get 40 FPS. To get 40 FPS, Scott. Like, come on, man. Like, that 40 FPS thing is a joke. It is a literal freaking joke and only available to those that are willing to spend the money to get that big of a TV, bro. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, let that sink in, man. Like, you have to pay a premium to use a freaking basic feature on a PlayStation 5, bro. Like, it's man, I don't know. I'll let you be happy about it. Like, I'm not here to freaking ruin anybody. Like, I'm not here to change your mind or ruin your freaking, your love for your PlayStation, dude. I'm just saying, dude, don't come here and like spout off like nonsense about 40 frames a second, bro. Like it's some kind of a win when you got to spend so much money to use that, bro. That's not a good thing, man. Don't underestimate them. Oh my gosh, dude. Xbox could do that. You know the Xbox could 100% use a 40 frames per second mode. Like you realize this, right? You realize this, right? Like Xbox could 100% do that, but you know why they don't? Because it doesn't matter. It's not that great, bro. I've tried it and I don't like it. I think it's I think it's the same as freaking 30 frames per second, bro. It literally feels about the same. Ooh, I'd rather 1080p 60 over 4K. I would rather. What's up, Max? No, don't be that way, Fareem. I'm just telling you, man. Like 40 FPS, it's only available for certain people that are willing to spend the money to use it. It's not that like not everybody can take advantage of that. So it's not really something that you can be like, oh yeah, this is like the best quality thing ever. Because no, dude, not a lot of people can use that unless they are going to spend that money for it. But I guess everybody that has a PlayStation 5 is rich, right? So yeah, everybody's got 40 FPS. That's the new standard. We went up 10. Finally, PlayStation cracked the freaking 30 frames a second and went for 40. Oh, people say when they have to switch to Xbox. The thing is, they don't have to switch. Most people buy both platforms. About 900 Sony's M9 monitor for PS5 if you want that HD. Yeah, exactly. Yep, Sony's monitor is $900. $800 is like the get in, man, because the whole point of having the 40 FPS mode, like let's let this sink in. The whole point of having the 40 FPS mode is for a 4K display. For a 4K display. It doesn't matter. You can get 1440p 60 on your PlayStation 5 on a 1440p monitor. So that looks better than that looks and feels better on a 1440p monitor than what ever feel on a 4K TV, bro. 100%. Why do you think I'm so much happier with my PlayStation 5 now? Because I got a 1440p monitor. I can set my PlayStation 5 into 1440p and I can enjoy those games looking sharp and feeling good. I don't have to choose anymore, so I'm happier with that. That, to me, is more important than the 40 FPS mode. 100%. I've ordered the Alienware OLED monitor. Oh, man, that thing is like $2,700. $2,700, man. I was looking at that monitor, too. 200 FPS. I'm impressed. 40 FPS. Can run games at 20 FPS. Yeah, you'll be able to play Xbox without having one. 40 FPS is good for a Switch, not a PS5. Gosh, man, seriously, man. I'm not trying to be rude to you, Scott. I just don't think it's the 1440p update is far more impressive and cost effective for the PlayStation 5 than that 40 FPS mode will ever be. Xbox Series X is a 4K 60 console, and it gets pretty close most of the time, and it does. So, yeah, the PlayStation 5, dude, man, there's so much conflicting information out there that just doesn't add up in the real world, man. Yeah, I mean, the PlayStation 5 is just as good as the Xbox Series X, and I'm like, prove it. Like, seriously, prove it. I have them both, and I run them. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to see somebody prove it, you know? You'd be able to play Xbox without having an Xbox on your Oh, yeah, I already read that. Good luck on the PlayStation, on the UE5. Oh, yeah, dude, that's going to be tough, man. That is going to be tough. I'll tell you what, the 40 series cards are going to be good for UE5. 720p. Should get a PC instead of that TV for real, man. Spend all that money on the TV. Like I said, if I would have known, I've made a lot of stupid choices since I've had this channel. I bought an OLED for $1,300. I got, just a laptop that I didn't need. Just stuff that I could have 100% gotten better. Wait for FSR 3.0 to get where it can do 4K 60. But even then, it won't be native. Yeah, like you're not getting native 4K on a lot of these consoles, guys. I mean, we'll be lucky. We'll be lucky, man, to see how I'm cautiously optimistic about UE5. I am cautiously optimistic about it. Have we even had a game aside from that Matrix demo yet? That just sells all Sony exclusives. Even if the new console had the best GPU and CPU at launch, we would still be complaining how weak they are. Till we'll be complaining about, yeah, dude, these. I mean, I still am pretty happy with these consoles because unless they put out like mid-gen refreshes, like these consoles are the most powerful consoles we've ever gotten. Like they are. Like they're great. I never said it was dead without Call of Duty. I just said that their virtuous cycle would be, not as good. LGC1. I have zero regrets. Maybe one regret. I should have bought one sooner. Yeah, for real, huh? Monitor for your PC. Why don't they have? Why don't these TVs have PC? Why don't they hook up to PCs anymore like they used to? I thought these TVs used to have that display port on them. And now DisplayPort 1.4 is even easier to freaking put on a TV. Why don't they have them? Let us all believe what, man? What are you talking about, Fareem? I've been 100% happy with the stuff I've gotten from Xbox, man. I've been 100% happy with my Xbox experience. The PS1 graphics. Anybody who can afford a 4090 is poor, yeah. Oh, dude, I wouldn't be buying no 4090, man. Like I said earlier, I don't even think you would need the. I don't even think you're gonna need the tech in a 4090 for a while, man. So it's one of those things where you're gonna buy it for the new stuff, and all you're going to get is an uplift in performance. That's it. Like you're already getting 4K. You're already getting 4K. You're already getting, ray tracing, max ray tracing. You're already getting all that stuff with the 30 series. Now you're going to get more frames. You're going to get more frames. That's it. You're literally going to get more frames. Like you can already get native 4K on these cards now for a lot of the games out. That just sounds like a waste of money to me, man. Like the PC race, the master race is like a weird one, man. It's a weird one. Because, I guess maybe you need your 8K. You need your 8K. But, dude, like right now, 4K is pretty much a standard. And these cards already give you 4K. So, I don't know, man. The most you're going to get out of that extra $1,500 is some extra frames. 90 frames on Hellblade 2. You might at 1440p for sure. At 1440p, we're going to be able to get pretty decent frames with these PCs, Jason. Like we're good at 1440p. We don't necessarily need 4K, but yeah, 40 series is just it's exactly, dude. It's so much overkill right now, bro. like how many games are going to support DLSS 3 at launch? Like maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know. 28 million copies on your platform alone. Yeah, so that's especially marketing and microtransactions. I know. Y'all said PlayStation is dead without COD. I don't think it would be dead without Call of Duty, but it would definitely be not as popular without it. And that's obvious. You know what I mean? Like if PlayStation is the number one platform that Call of Duty is bought and it didn't have Call of Duty no more, yeah, dude, it would give them enough more money. It would really just hurt their bottom line a lot. It would definitely hurt that bottom line. PlayStation is weak. The best it can do is 4K 40. That's pretty weak, dude. That's pretty weak. It says 4K 60 on the box. Actually, it says 4K 120 on the box. So that is kind of weak, man. The PlayStation 5 is amazing on a 1440p monitor. Play Doom Eternal at 8K on the 3090 and 6900 XT. It was playable, LOL. It was like 40 FPS. 40 FPS? Dang, that's insane. Yeah, because I want to leave all my hardworking friends behind. No, you don't have to leave them. Just bring them with you. Bring all your hardworking friends with you. Hopefully they'll invent this thing called cross save. That'd be pretty cool. That would be cool. Just bring your friends to the Xbox platform, man, and bring your saves. It's better over there. It's got a better controller, Scott. for playing first person shooters anyways, man. Like seriously, I have a hard time playing first person shooters on the PlayStation controller. And I know if I'm having a problem with it and it feels more natural on the Xbox, I know everybody's having a problem with that. You are admitting you're a casual. Wait, are you calling me a cash? Oh. We're all casual gamers. This channel is a casual gamer channel. We know that. Casual gamer YouTuber, man. I just think it's kind of hilarious that you need DLSS just to get like playable frame rates anyways, man, when you buy these cards. Like you're spending a lot of money on these cards, you would think you'd be able to at least get 4K 60 or something, you know what I mean? Like you would think, but yeah, you got to have DLSS. Yeah, PS5 is weird for FPS. I just think the controllers, yeah, dude, the PlayStation 5 controller just doesn't feel natural for first-person shooters or racers. It just doesn't, man. But people get used to it. I mean, obviously you can get used to anything and play it. I used to play all those games with the PlayStation all the time. But now that I've played it with the Xbox, I'm just like, nope, I'm doing it. You don't have to leave your friends behind. Everyone will also switch. Yeah, everybody else is going to switch either way. Like, that's just inevitable. I know, man. Have them both. I thought you were going to get one. I thought you were going to get an Xbox, Fahim. I thought you were going to get a Series S. Whatever happened with that? Casual gamers don't have a decent PC. They need one. They need one. I like my 1440p. I'm happy with my 1440p. No, he's still here. He just erased his thing, probably. Let's see. He probably just erased his comment. Nobody kicked him. Oh, less lag and input delay. Starting to. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, anybody can get used to it. I used to play all those kind of games with my PlayStation controller too. So, yeah, I mean, obviously you can get used to it, but once you play with an Xbox controller for a long time, it doesn't feel natural anymore. Like you lose that muscle memory because you regain new muscle memory from a different controller. That's I mean, there's certain games that play better on a PlayStation controller, like Dark Souls games, stuff like that. Just definitely feel better on a PlayStation controller, but Xbox controller's still good for those, just not as good as a PlayStation. I mean, there's pros and cons to both controllers, man. There really is. Man, I can't do little screens to play games. How big of a screen do you need, Max? 32 inches is freaking fine when you're sitting 2 inches away or 2 feet away or about a foot away from it, man. Like, it's more than enough screen space. I promise you. But if you want to sit on a couch and play, yeah, dude, a big TV is perfect. If you fell in love with my ass, so I have to get another one. Well, then get an Xbox Series and X instead. For the week because of the hurricane. Like I have sensitivity up to 14 on COD. If I stop for a week, yeah. It's hard, man, on the PlayStation controller for me, man. It's hard. It's hard for me to play that on a PlayStation controller now. Get my first to a nephew. Well, you're gonna have to buy another one. Nintendo Pro controller is pretty good too. Yeah, the Pro controller. I like the Pro controller. It does feel good. Like I use that one. This is my Pro controller for my Nintendo games. You could use these on the PC too, man. Dude, I love these controllers, man. This one here actually is pretty comfortable to use too, man. If Nintendo would have put one of these out with the freaking GameCube, man, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Or a Nintendo 64. Could you imagine a controller like that on those older freaking consoles? That would have been so cool, man. My LG C1 is 77. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty big TV. Those are big, man. Those are really big. I'm telling you, though. Going to this little monitor, man, my eye-hand coordination's gotten a lot bigger, too. Who's kicked out? OCD. We're all moderators. Dab will, he should be. I just don't think he's here right now. He's off in his little Call of Duty world. He's trying to get as much Call of Duty out of this weekend as he can. Yeah. I don't have a problem with having PlayStation guys mods here. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Dude, we're all gamers. We all play games. Like, the PlayStation guys, I don't know, man. I don't know why they get so emotional over these exclusives, man. I don't get it. Like, yeah, dude, I love playing my little PlayStation exclusives, but they're not the bulk of my gaming, dude, like, by any means. And I buy all of them. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, yeah, the PlayStation first-party games are fine. They're great. I buy them and I play them, but they are not by any means the bulk of my gaming at all, by any means. I guarantee I will have. I probably to this point right now probably have more time in Elden Ring than all of the PlayStation first party games that have come out this year combined. Than all of them combined. Easy. 55-inch LG OLED. Oh yeah, see, that's what I got is a 55-inch Vizio. I might actually bring it down. I might actually put the stands on this TV and just put it on this table and see how that works out. Because I got this freaking giant PlayStation, man. I need to find a good home for my PlayStation. I might just like invert it and hang it right above and put 2 screws in the top and just hang it upside down, man. I might just hang my PlayStation 5 upside down, dude. This thing is just it. I don't know where else to put it. Like, there's nowhere to put this big old thing, man. Oh, Miles Morales and Uncharted Legacy Collection coming to PC. This kid's insane. I don't know, man. You might not want to do that for Reem if you love that Xbox so much, or if you love that PlayStation so much. You might not want to invest too heavily in Xbox, man, because I'll tell you what, once you go Xbox, there's really no going back. You'll start to see things and you'll notice things and you'll be like, dang, dude, I'm always on this Xbox. I never play my PlayStation anymore. And then you'll start to think like, wait, but the PlayStation is still good. And then you'll start playing it. And then you'll play the PlayStation for like an hour or a few minutes and you'll be like, nah, dude, I just want to play my Xbox. I mean, I'm just being honest, man. Those are my thoughts. Like, I'll be sitting here and I'll be like, man, I haven't played my PlayStation for a while. I'm going to turn that on today. And then I get on there and I flip through all the games and I'm like, oh, yeah, I already beat all these. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm going to go play my Xbox. And then I get on my Xbox and I'm like, ooh, gosh, I still got all these games I need to beat. I'm like, dude, there's tons of them. I don't want to play that no more. So I get on a PC and I'm like, oh, my gosh, this is the same thing over here. I got all these games I need to beat. Oh, man. That's the life of an old gamer, man. You just have more money than time. PlayStation CO now works for 10 cents. Really? Oh, I've yet to design my own. Good for PC. I'm using the Aqua Shift at the moment. Being an older gamer, man, you got more money than time. So, yeah. Get on your PlayStation. You're like, yeah. No, you will. You will. I promise you. I promise you, man. You get you get an Xbox. I guarantee you, man, you get an Xbox and you buy a couple games. You buy a couple of them multiplayer games for Reem. Like a Call of Duty or something. You buy those, man, and I guarantee it, dude. You'll stop playing your PlayStation 5 and it will just sit there. It will. If you buy any third-party game that you would normally play a lot on your PlayStation, like I promise you this, if you buy any of them, any of those games that you like a lot, I guarantee it, if you buy it on your Xbox, you will stop playing your PlayStation. Your PlayStation will sit there. Because think about it, all you're going to play on there is your exclusives. So you will essentially stop playing. Yeah, you'll essentially stop playing. What is it?
Chicken, cheese, and
Oh, I see.
broccoli.
All right. All right, guys. I guess I'm going to go eat the dinner. I'm going to go eat the dinner. Hello, I'll have I never touch my Xbox. What do you play on? Your PlayStation all the time? Well, if you buy all your third-party games on your PlayStation, yeah, dude, there's like that's what I'm saying. Buy your third-party games on your Xbox, and you probably won't touch your PlayStation no more. Buy your third-party games on your PlayStation, you probably won't touch your Xbox. The exclusives aren't going to keep you glued to either one of your consoles, dude. The exclusives are a bonus for buying that console. Those are a bonus. It's the third-party games that are going to keep you gaming with your friends and gaming on the other console longer. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, guys. I prefer rechargeable batteries over my... yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to go eat dinner. Thanks for coming tonight. This was such a good stream, man. I wish we could keep it going longer, but